Am
Maybe.
I too loud?
No, my microphone was too loud.
Mm.
For some reason, I could hear an echo in the background.
Well, you are a little elevated, but it ain't that big of a deal. I don't hear no echo.
So there is no Asian supremacy or white supremacy in Ghana. Why do you think everyone is going there? You stay on your plantation, Toby. You are dismissed. I sound like a white supremacist by trying to take these shackles off your feet.
What?
LOL, you are dismissed, Toby. Massa needs you in the field. What the fuck are you talking about?
Is he calling you Toby?
Yeah, apparently he called me Toby. Dude's like, keep fighting. Toby is socially asleep.
What?
So, welcome everybody to the latest episode of the Socially Conscious St. Louis podcast. I'm David Landrum, the host of this. I'm in here with Rebecca Quarles, my lovely co-host. She has some nice curls in her hair. I think she looks very nice. Look very nice, Rebecca. And what we were just discussing,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually probably should go to another one. That way I can view the live comments as well, because for some reason it won't never let me view the live comments like right here. So I always have to open up another. But the thing we and Rebecca were discussing, it was in reference to a post that I commented on. This brother was so adamant about going back to Africa. And it's like, okay, there's nothing wrong with going back to Africa, but the dude's reasons were just completely absurd.
So what did he say?
Um, so he says, because the judicial system will never ever favor blacks. The funny part is the staying here and fight part. LOL, this generation don't want anything but fancy cars, rims, Jordans, and gold teeth. Is that what they are fighting for? Because it ain't land. It's about what every America is giving them to make them put up with their BS. Their ancestors put up with when you can use $5 American and be wealthy in 5 years or less in Africa. I said, we belong in Africa. Sounds nice, but staying here isn't a laughing matter. It's a hard nosed decision we have made to stay and fight. Picking up and running to Africa won't help you escape white supremacy.
Hmm.
So this other dude comments, he says, whites will dominate no matter what. The long arm of whites privileged. I don't know how they do it, but study their history. I don't know what this dude was talking about. So we belong to Africa says stay and fight for what? He says it's not called running, it's called seeking better living. You see, I'm here in America and I'm sick of the struggle. And he says, you guys can stay and be the house Negro forever. I'll be at the beach in Africa watching you work until you're an old man. I have better plans. Stay here and struggle. I need someone to watch me go live on the beach while y'all are out here on your lunch breaks in Honky Town. Tell me how that fight works out. And then this other dude, Benny, he says, if you can't make it here, you can't make it anywhere in the world. It's a mindset, a work ethics. It says rule versus city developments and developers. Can you build and create? It's not easy. We belong to
Hmm.
Africa response says, this is all Facebook thread. I guess if America take away all of its assistance,
Mm-hmm.
making you guys even more lazy. Once they take that away, you'll be in Africa, in America, LOL, with the same tiny apartment. Remember, the cost of living is going up while wages stand still. You keep your hard nosed decision. My decision wasn't hard. I know where I'm king's at. And
Mm-hmm.
I know where I'm a peasant at. LOL, I choose king. Good luck with your decision.
Mm-hmm.
As back, he says some of your points are valid, but your bigger picture. Assistance, you got it all wrong. Creating opportunities and pooling your resources, not a handout. It's education. He continues on to say that you are misinformed, okay? Everyone don't work for Mr. Charlie. If you are educated and resourceful, then you can achieve and succeed anything or anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We belong in Africa says not true. The average African survives off of $2 a day, which is 10 of their GHSs. I don't know what that is. All I need is $800 a month at the lowest. I will never ever work in Africa. With my American dollars coming in, I would have the best of both countries. If I stay here, I can survive off 800 a month, and that's only if I sail one horse. See, me and my 23-year-old son sails horses in Houston, Texas. It's way too easy, like taking candy from a baby. And then there's some more bullshit. And then I finally comment back and I was like, sounds like you're making a whole lot of assumptions for something you really know nothing about. Way to get your point across. Because at this point, all you've done is made assumptions that
Mm-hmm.
every black person is the same. So everybody's the same. Everybody.
Right, right. Everybody in the younger when he made that comment about all the younger generation want his rims and fancy cars and this and that, and I'm like, but everybody, all of the young generations, like you grouping everybody in the box, and you don't know everybody. You don't know that to be true. You don't know that to be true. I would have got frustrated fast. I'm like, yeah, I ain't got time for that. That's stupid.
I get the financial part of it.
I do.
You know, there have been a lot of brothers and sisters who have moved to Africa or outside the United States for that matter, and are doing very well for themselves at a cheaper cost of living, sure.
Facts.
And that's your right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely your right to be able to move back to Africa. Now, my question is, it seems like the brother is jumping on the bandwagon. Like, I'm Africa because I want to move to Africa. I'm moving to Africa because everybody's moving to Ghana.
Okay.
Oh, everybody's moving. That's why everybody's moving to Ghana. You know what, bro? When Metu was on here one time, I remember him saying, like, the brothers and sisters on the continent asked the question, why is everyone moving to Ghana? Like, Ghana is the only country here.
Mm-hmm.
And those African brothers and sisters are asking, like, yo, there's Kenya, there's Democratic Republic of Congo, Ethiopia. There's, Sudan, which is more towards the Arab side because that's towards the north. But still, there's other African countries there. So why is everybody moving to Ghana? So it seems like to me that the brothers just kind of hopping on the bandwagon, but to assume that everybody who stays here and decides to stay is somehow going to be poor and working for Mr. Charlie.
Mr. Charlie, they still call him Mr. Charlie.
Like, first of all, Africa has never been a monolithic society. Ever. Ever, ever, ever in the history of never. Africa has never had one like universal like ruling system. It doesn't exist today. It didn't exist thousands of years ago. What they had was a code of sorts. Is what we're going to do. These are the righteous virtues that we're going to abide by, and this is what we're going to do. But to say that everybody has a monolithic, it's never happened in the history of African society ever, throughout history. So why you automatically assume that everybody, first of all, wants rims and gold teeth?
Right.
Told the brother, the thread continues. I told him, I'm like, bro, you sound like a white supremacist. You act
Come
like
on.
one big nigga.
I try not to say it. I try not to say it. I try not to say it.
I mean, come on. Not everybody wants to say it.
True.
Choose to stay here for not only my benefit, for the benefit of those around me.
True.
I know that I can achieve whatever it is that I want to achieve right here in St. Louis. I can do that. Because my greatness is not limited to the system that I'm a part of.
Amen.
I feel like I told the brother, I'm like, see, you going running to Africa, bro, seems like you trying to catch that midnight train to Georgia. You go till the latest part of the evening when the train is running so you can catch that train over to another state where white supremacy still exists. But it may not be as bad as where you at. Georgia might not be as bad as Mississippi or South Carolina, but goddamn, you still got on that train at the latest, deepest, darkest part of night, so don't nobody see you running.
So do you think that's equivalent to him kind of being a coward in a sense?
Yes. Because his mind, it seems to me like he's projecting his mindset upon the black society, like, oh, well, y'all gonna be working for the man for the rest of your life, and I'm gonna be laying up here on the beach. There are those of us who will work for a white person the rest of your life. There are those of us who won't. So you don't think that Ghana got coons and white supremacists over there? I mean, definitely not as many as America, obviously, but do you really think that things are going to be like a 180 degree difference from where you at? The people will probably treat you better, no doubt, because they look like you. But I mean, I'm not sure, but I've heard that there's some growth and also some corruption in Ghana, which is everywhere. You can't get away from it. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Rebecca?
I agree 115%. My thing is, what my question is for, did he say what he was going to do when he moved? Did he mention any of that?
Well,
like what, like, because I feel like
his son sells horses. I meant to say apparently him and his son sells horses.
Okay.
And it's like taking candy from a baby. So I'm guessing they're still going to be selling horses in Ghana. I don't know.
I mean, but when did he say it's like taking candy from a baby? Because when you make comments like that, it's almost like you're trying to get over on your people.
Well, he said he's in Texas, and selling horses is like taking candy from a baby.
In Texas, because in Texas they ride horses, they have big trucks, big cat, everything is big in Texas. I was just talking to Armand about this because he came up here and him and I visited, and him and Nina was both telling me everything is big and oversized in Texas. So that will make sense. I just feel like, okay, so I think it's a fine line. I feel like he's trying to say that we here, or the black community here in the US, is just a lost cause. Like everybody, we're all just a lost cause, all of us. And I don't necessarily, I don't believe that's a fair statement to make, because first of all, you don't know everybody. And my thing is, what are you gonna do when you get over to Ghana? Like, I watch videos like the Grapevine and stuff, and they not too fond of us over here in the US. Because the mentality that they have is the mentality that white supremacists have, that we lazy, we don't take advantage of our opportunities, that we don't want nothing, all we want to do is live off welfare, food stamps, and this and that. They have the same mentality of us. So what do you think that you're going to get better over there than you can do over here? No one can stop you from moving, but you a coward. You a whole coward. I feel like you're not trying to move to learn, expand more, learn about your culture and all that kind of stuff. You just moving because you tired of what's going on over here and you think you're gonna get something better over there. Grass ain't always greener, brother. You're gonna look stupid. I got the feeling you're gonna look stupid when you get over there. But that's just, call it a woman's intuition. But I feel like you're a coward. You just trying to jump on what's hip, what's hot right now, which will kind of make you like some people in the younger community. You just trying to jump on a trend.
I think this might be an older guy because I think he said something about his son's like 24.
But even if he is an older guy, that kind
Oh,
of makes him like somebody that he's trying to talk about in the younger community. Sir, you just jumping on the trend. Like it's fashionable to wear jeans right now. So I'm gonna wear jeans all year until something else fashionable comes along.
it's
So
fashionable to go to Ghana.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so if it's fashionable to go to Ghana right now, what you gonna do when Ghana ain't the new trending topic? You gonna jump off of that too? It's like you jumping from thing to thing to thing. I don't know. I think he's stupid. I think it's pointless to even keep going back and forth with
I really don't. I'm not. I really have no control at all. It's just like dude was laughing like, "Oh, everybody who stays in America is like a fool or something." And
But you've been here most of your life.
and I just asked.
You raised your son here.
Let me see.
Okay.
Back to the original post.
What he's saying don't even make sense.
I laugh when I hear people say, "I'm not leaving America because my people built this place. I'll stay here and fight for what's ours."
He say what? It froze some.
Oh, he says, I laugh when I hear people say, "I'm not leaving America because my people built this place. I'll stay here and fight for what's ours. What's yours? Your apartment?" And I asked him what was so funny. And that's when the whole thing started because I was just curious to know.
Wow.
So you're shaming those who decide to stay. You have that small country town mentality. You shame your people for leaving when maybe their opportunity is not where you think it should be.
Mm.
How many people we know, "Oh, you trying to move to the big city? This is not where I want to be. This is
Right.
not where I'm meant to be." If you're not meant to be in America, that's fine. If your plan is to move to Ghana, that's fine.
True.
Shame those who decide to stay. Seriously, don't do that. That's not cool. But I'm just the guy with the official 5150. Jesus Mom is a side chick shirt. Yes, indeed.
Oh my God, help us all.
Oh man, shirt is dope. I don't wear it that often actually, but there's only other shirts that I wear. But since it's for the podcast, you see.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I'll be wearing today. See, matches my little pocket rocket, my new little 380.
Oh my gosh, you couldn't wait for an opportunity.
This is Shore Spectrum 380, little micro rocket pocket. You know what I mean? Haven't really had a chance to take it to the range though. But
Mm-hmm.
I've looked at tons of reviews and I've seen that it shoots very nice. I fired a couple rounds off in it, but nothing major. But you know me, I'm all about self defense. And if my self defense is fashionable, that's cool too. I want happy belated birthday to our sister Angela Davis. She turned 75 just a few days ago. Happy birthday, sister. You know, Angela Davis was a writer. Beck, you know anything about Angela Davis?
A little bit. I know she bought. I know she good for black folks because she bought Converse.
No. Angela Davis.
Oh, sorry, wrong person. I was thinking about the wrong person.
Please do not. Them two. They no. Angela Davis.
I would like to apologize for my
Angela
comment,
Davis is here.
Regarding
Kamala Harris is here.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, y'all. I have not been awake nothing but 30 minutes. I hopefully apologize to the black community for that. They don't be like, how you got this on your podcast and she don't know nothing about Angela Davis.
No, not Kamala Harris. Oh, boy, you tripping.
I would like to humbly apologize to the black community. Please don't get rid of me yet. Okay, I was thinking about somebody completely different.
Apparently you were.
My bad. But yes, I know who Angela Davis is. Don't come and riot outside of my house. Yes, Angela Davis is a very powerful black queen. We love Angela Davis. She does not buy Converse. Okay.
She might or she might not. Definitely not.
Has there been any recent news about Miss Angela Davis?
Yes, actually there was some recent news a few weeks ago. She's from, if I'm not mistaken, she's from Montgomery, Alabama. And there was a Black History Civil Rights Museum there. And
she's from Birmingham.
Birmingham.
She's from Birmingham, yeah.
Okay, so she's from Birmingham. So there was this find the article while I'm talking to you, but there was this Civil Rights Museum down there in town, and they were going to be honoring her with an award or statue or something. And what happened was she made some remarks about the Israel-Palestine thing, and
here it is. Angela Davis won an award. It was revoked. Now it's being reinstated, they say, as of the 25th. A civil rights group in Birmingham, Alabama, said Friday that it had reinstated Angela Davis, the activist and scholar, as the recipient of its annual Human Rights Award, reversing a controversial decision to revoke the honor weeks ago. The group, the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute, first announced last fall that Professor Davis will receive the award, but its board walked the decision back on January 4th amid criticism over her support for a boycott in Israel. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
The move prompted a backlash, with many describing it as an insult. In a since deleted statement, the group had said that Professor Davis, who retired from the University of California, Santa Cruz, 2008, does not meet all the criteria on which the award is based. Dr. Angela Davis, a daughter of Birmingham, is highly regarded throughout the world as a human rights activist. She said in the statement noting Professor Davis' activism, her credentials in championing human rights are noteworthy. The Institute said it had reached out to Professor Davis after issuing a public apology on January 14th, that it respects her privacy and timing in whatever her response may ultimately be. She did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The Institute did not explain its reasoning for the revocation. So what did she say? Because this article is not saying what she said that was so controversial. Saying it. Throughout my experiences at Elizabeth Irwin High School in New York City and British University in the 1950s and early 60s, my subsequent time in a graduate school in Frankfurt, Germany, I learned to be passionate about opposition to anti-Semitism as to racism. She said it was during that period that I was also introduced to Palestinian cause. So they upset that she made some comments. They don't state the exact comment that she made. That's what I'm looking for. What did she say that was that warranted. I mean, they took it away. They gave it
Okay.
to us, took it away, and then it
So
came
in 2013,
back. Really,
team speech,
2013.
Davis called into question the very legitimacy of Israel as a nation and its sovereignty to enforce borders and defend itself to terror attacks. She was clearly supportive of the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement against Israel as part of a strategy to weaken Israel.
But that,
Is the fact that Davis played a dangerous moral equivalency game with the Palestinian movement and the American civil rights movement. She likened the Palestine movement to the struggles of black in the South during the civil rights era, as well as South Africans battling apartheid in the 1980s.
mhm.
Davis referred to Israel as an occupying force and oppressors. The two movements are in diametric opposition to each other in both stated objectives, and accomplishments. The civil rights movement was a nonviolent effort to abolish the de facto rule that separate but equal was acceptable in American society and bring integration and equality of access to every American, regardless of gender, race, or religion. So,
Okay, but like that was 2013. Like, come
well,
on, man.
those are not real Jewish people. They are those Eastern, we call them Asiatic Jews. Not,
Mhm.
but she's got a point. But them buck dancing Negroes. I'm not sure who the curator of the museum is. I am not sure who are the people who decide to give her an award. But that was very, 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 very asinine
Mhm.
of you all to give her an award when the museum is in her hometown and
Mhm.
rights icon who went to court defending herself against the United States government, or maybe not the United States government per se, but maybe the state of California. I forget. But anyways, she went to court because she was on the FBI's most wanted list.
Yes, she was. I remember that.
For what? For what? For what?
And she represented herself and won. Nigga, don't
And
make it seem like I don't know who Angela Davis is.
she had lawyers, and she had some white lawyers. You know what? You go sit down. Go sit down. Let me handle this.
Yeah, the FBI wasn't playing with it either. They was trying hard to get the sister.
Yes, they was, and they couldn't get her.
Nope.
And the fact that she's still out here doing her thing today.
And the fact that you stood up against the system yourself and won.
Mm-hmm.
She won. Like, tell me that ain't some. Tell me that ain't dope.
Nigga, that's when that black dude come across the street and be like, "Stay woke."
See.
But that's how
Had 4 lawyers and won.
intellect she is. She's a powerhouse.
Damn, that's got to be when I first learned about that, because they don't teach you about Angela Davis while you in school. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't teach you about any of that stuff.
No, they don't.
And the fact that she had 4 lawyers, 4 of them, and the sister still won.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is the article that I downloaded. I was trying to find it, but it's like 11 pages long that talks about the case from the National Black Law Journal. It talks about the case and how she defends herself, and somebody did an article on it. Kind of looks old school. I don't know if you can see any of that. You probably
I
can't.
can barely see that little chicken scratch.
Shut up, nigga. That's because it's old school. Like, it's old. Like,
Right.
it's old.
I actually did a Black History lesson last year
Mhm.
on. Well, it was actually it was like 4 parts. So it was like 4 queens basically. So it was like Angela Davis, She represented herself in court against the government and won. Queen Nzinga, who was the queen of Angola, and she fought Portuguese for many, many years. Won some, lost some, but she was a writer. Nina Simone, and all the things that she did, how she used her platform for activism, and it killed her career. Literally killed her career because she didn't balance the pro-black songs with the songs that the white people like to listen to. Killed her career. Luckily, she got it back. Well, some friends close to her got her career back on track later on, and there was some mental illnesses and things that she was dealing with. So all that was new back then. So we didn't really all know back then. But luckily, Nina Simone, kind of had a halfway decent life towards the end. You know, and then Michelle Obama and the things that she did and accomplished by herself as the president's wife, but just as Michelle Obama in and of herself. She's pretty damn thorough. So I just wanted to use 4 different women to be like, hey, this is the women's side of Black history. Fight for equality and the struggle. But I hate women. I know. Most of these women, I know you ain't heard of Queen Nzinga. How about that? I know you ain't heard of her.
He said, Why you gotta do us like that? Because I'm part of that. I'm part of those women too.
No, but you ain't the one who claimed that I hate Black women and all this. And I'm such a disgrace. Stop it.
Yeah, that was some foolishness. Like, people take stuff out of context. Like, you personalize it. You allow your offense to speak for you, and you allow for your own individual hurt to speak on your behalf before you make a conscious decision, not an emotional decision, but a conscious decision to ask a question, to gain better understanding. That's where that comes from. That's where that, oh, you hate women. You getting down on the, you going hard on the women, and you sound like you bashing on Black women like you hate Black women. And I feel like people who speak like that, if you're not really like asking to gain understanding of the context, you just letting your emotions speak for you, which is foolish.
Facts.
In my opinion. So I feel like that's where that comes from. So yeah, personalize it all you want to. It's not going to change the fact that you hoes need to stop asking for money.
So, Rebecca, that brings us to our next topic. Do you think that it is acceptable for a person, let's just not say a woman, let's just say a person, to ask you for some resources, whatever that may be, whether that be a can of soda or a bag of chips or $5?
No.
Slice of pizza.
No.
You think it's okay to ask someone that you just met for some of their resources to share with you?
No, you have to be in dire need. Prime example, this lady asked me for a jump a few days ago. Like, her and her son was getting ready to go somewhere. It was cold as a fool outside. Cold as hell. And that lady asked me for a jump. Now, that's kind of a dire situation. All right, fine. You know, somebody need a jump. No big deal. But when you got some people, like, they see you in the cafeteria, you don't even know them. Oh man, can I have a bite of your cheeseburger? Can I have a slice of your pizza? You don't know these people. Why are you asking them for something? Why do you got your hand out? It makes you look desperate, in my opinion.
Interesting.
It makes you look desperate. And I feel like, as a woman, you should. I just don't feel like people should be just having a handout to somebody anyway. I mean, maybe I'm just a firm believer. I grew up in an era where if we ain't got it, we ain't got it. It is what it is. Not that you ain't gonna always have it, but if I don't have it right now, then I just don't have it. And it burns me that people will just continuously have their hand out like, can I have, can I have, can I have? And then when you tell them no, they want to get mad. Well, I ain't want none of your stuff anyway. Then what did you ask me for? That makes you look desperate. Shouldn't no woman just be going up asking somebody for nothing anyway? It makes you look thirsty and like you can't do nothing for yourself, like you always need some help.
Hello.
That's how I look at it. Yannick, is that the black antagonist that has joined the building?
He is Ultimate Black Man Radio, one half of what's up, bro?
I mean, he's there. He's probably going through what I went through, which is when you try to click on a thing, the permission doesn't pop up. So you'll be in the conversation, but it doesn't allow you to be heard. It's annoying. He's gonna have to come out and come back in. He'll figure it out. Either that or his mic is muted.
No, I just heard it. Can you hear me? Oh, he'll
figure it out. So yeah, I feel like it makes you look thirsty and it makes you look desperate. That's my opinion.
Oh yes. You hear a bad echo.
Me?
No, I think it's probably coming from Yannick's side.
I don't hear any of that. Probably because I'm not the host.
It doesn't matter. So here's the thing. Yes, it does absolutely make you look thirsty to ask for some resources for anything from a person that you just met, and you don't need it. You know, it makes you look thirsty when you ask me for dope money, even though you be lying. It's cool. I understand. It makes you look thirsty when you ask for change to get a loaf of bread and then you buy a box of candy. What's wrong with you? They do it all the time, man. There's no problem begging. And those are just like dope thieves and, random niggas on the street ain't got no problem begging for anything, for change, for whatever. And then be lying about what you're going to get too. Like, nigga, you don't want no damn bread and bologna. You don't want that. Just say you don't want that. Just keep it. Say you don't want that. I appreciate, brother, or anybody. I appreciate you more if you selling something. If you selling something, I'll support your cause. I might not buy anything from you, but I'll probably support your cause. I stopped by the gas station the other day, pulled up. Dude said, "Hey man, you want to buy some headphones?" Well, he going through his whole spiel, right? Oh, these the noise canceling, and these mess with you. I don't Bluetooth headphones, right? So, I go to gas stations, pay cash.
Okay.
White Mac is having issues. I ended up coming to $2. And it was at night, bro, and it was cold too. I said, "Hey, man, here you go $2, bro. I appreciate you out here trying to sell something, bro. I don't mess with corded headphones, strictly mess with Bluetooth. But the fact that you out here, bro, you're not begging, you got your little headphones, bro, you trying to get those off. You kind of got your little spiel, you know which headphones are which. Hey, I appreciate you out doing that." Dude was like, "Oh man, you just gave me all motivation, dude. For real. All right, bro, keep doing your thing, bro. Keep your head up." Young black dude. That's a lot of stuff you could be out here doing.
True. I don't like to see black dudes out there on the street doing dumb stuff. While passes through one day, we was on our way to dinner. I think it was my birthday either last year or year before last. Me and my friend Candace, we were on our way to lunch. That's what it was. For my birthday, it was cold as hell outside, man. And this guy was just standing out there on the corner asking for change. And I got irritated. I like instantly got irritated. And I walked up to him and he like, ma'am, can you? I'm like, nah, man, what you doing? I'm like, bro, what you doing out here? Get off these streets. What it's cold outside. You look like you got somewhere to go. And you just out here asking people for money. And he just kind of looked at me like first of all, I'm not the kind of person just to approach panhandling like that. But I instantly got irritated. My friend Kate she just kept walking. She get nervous. She just kept walking. And I'm like, bro, get off these streets now. You don't need to be out here. What you doing out here, man? And he was like, man, I'm out here trying to make some money. Get it like the rest of us. Get off these streets. And he just kind of looked at me, picked up his stuff, turned around, and walked the other direction. And my friend was looking at me like, that's crazy. She's like, you never know what those people gonna do. Like, what are you gonna do to me? I don't get worried. I don't get worried or scared by that kind of stuff. Some people I'm looking at them, sir. You got two phones. You got on Jordans, your pants is creased, all of that. You just out here asking for everybody else money. You look like you ain't supposed to be out here, and you out here.
Bro, you know what happened to me last year? I'm out, truck loaded up, I'm out cutting grass, right? I'm doing my thing. I stopped by the Taco Bell down here in Natural Bridge and Newstead.
Mm-hmm.
I get some lunch, refuel, keep pushing going to the next. Why?
Mm-hmm.
These two dudes, one of them had on True Religion jeans, some black Nike Huarache shoes, and whatever kind of shirt dude had on. Then he gonna ask me if I could buy him some food. Nigga, your outfit costs more than mine. I'm out here, nigga. I got grass on my shit. I smell like grass. I'm dusty. You fresh. You gonna ask me for a meal? Really? And we've lost Yannick.
I think he got something going on with his stuff.
I don't know. Link wasn't working, and it was kind of bugging, and I sent him an email. I don't know. Excuse me, but I was like, bro, what's wrong with some people? And then what really bugs me is females doing that. I hate when females ask me for something and you don't even know me. I can't tell you how many times it didn't happen. I don't know. Maybe I just look like I got one of those faces, like goofy ass nigga. Maybe I got goofy ass nigga written on my forehead. I don't know. But I had ordered emos. Sitting there chilling the other day. Old gal cheer line. Pay with food stamps. The cashier line.
I ain't know you could do that.
Don't ask me, can I get one of them slices? Well, forget that. I ain't want no pizza anyway.
So what did you ask for?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So why did you fix your mouth to say that? What is your G? I don't understand it. You now, okay, she probably thought I was cute. I understand. I think I'm a handsome dude. I do have effect on women sometimes. You know what You don't know me. You don't know me. And I don't know you. Why are you asking me for anything? And you don't need it. You just want to see what I was finna do. I got a homeboy that do that. And it irks the hell out of me. Dude be like, whenever he meet a female, he be like, yeah, man. Yeah, nigga, whenever I meet a bitch, you know what I mean? Man, I asked that bitch, she give me a soda. I be like, what? Man, look. If the bitch ain't gonna buy me no soda, man, I know she ain't gonna do nothing else for me. I be like, but she just met you.
Right.
Man, I look at her, she ain't even gonna buy me no 50-cent soda, no dollar soda, that she ain't gonna do nothing else for me.
Like, seriously?
She doesn't know you.
At all. Not at all.
Man, this be the same friend, be like, anytime I'm to a female, hey man, she got some sisters.
None I want to introduce you to.
I mean, he a good dude, he mean well, but
his logic is low.
He's what, 50 something? You know, he good dude, he mean well. You know, he got a good heart. But some things he say make me want to aggravate. I just be like,
not that you want to choke him out.
bruh. I'll be telling him some shit. I'll be like, bruh, this is what it is. Woo, woo, woo. And I gotta keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it and repeating it and repeating it.
Yeah, most men don't like to repeat themselves.
Bro, this is your email right here. This is it. It's the same as on that paper. So you mean to tell me that the email here is the same?
This is what I go through every single day at work.
You doing shit.
Yeah, man. So you can imagine. I used to have patience to repeat myself. I don't have that anymore. I get tired of saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. So I understand what men talking about. I used to be like, men just need to have more patience. And now I'm like, you know what? I was stupid. Like, yeah, I was stupid for sure.
I don't know about that patience thing.
Right.
You're referring to. We have patience. We just don't have patience for
the dumb stuff. Just keep repeating the same dumb stuff.
And we should have patience for. Much like your boy Terry Crews.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
With letting that white man grab him on his genitalia.
It was so, man. Bro, you gonna come at whatever. Like nigga change angles. I'm confused.
Go get me a drink of water, don't mind me.
Like, you got mad and tried to come after the comedians, bro. Like, seriously? Like, Terry Crews says he's going to slap the F out of D.L. Hughley for comments in the interview. D.L. Hughley interview of Vlad TV, which was a year ago. I saw that interview.
Yes. Everybody seen
that interview. TV caught the ear of Terry Crews, and he took to Twitter to let him know how he really feels. Now, D.L. Hughley did a small snippet on his show, because I do listen to his show that he does on YouTube, and it's I think it's he always ends it and saying this is a little note from the GED section, this and that. So he was basically saying, like, I did this interview a year ago, and he said it's mighty funny how it seems like all of a sudden that you want to talk about this when you were just getting slammed on Twitter for comments. It was some comments that he made about women or something like that that got deleted, and then he had to comment that he deleted, and he was getting slammed for it, and then came out to apologize about it.
I think it was something in reference to black women, like, oh, we got to take care of the black woman or something like that.
Yeah, and then he was getting slammed for his comments by women. And right after that, he said it's not a coincidence that when that happens, that's when you want to pull up this old clip that I said from an interview that I did a year ago.
Right.
And he was like, his comment still stands. He was like, it's funny how you talk about, oh, well, you want to slap me, but you didn't want to slap the dude who grabbed on you. Well, I pushed and shoved him and this and that, and I did try to stop him. Exactly. Exactly. Go ahead, Sid. Go ahead. He sound like a female.
Can we go to church?
You say what?
Can we go to church today, fam?
You stupid. Mm-hmm.
I recall not so long ago on this brand new podcast called the Socially Conscious St. Louis Podcast. It was the very first episode of November 2017, right after Thanksgiving. And this was the very topic on the first episode, dealing with what I like to call sharing. God gave you muscles for a reason, Sherry. What the hell is your problem? You don't want to be like the angry Negro. We get it. I don't want to. But you might as well just call yourself one of them transvestites who be getting mad and shit. Because man, you need to calm down. No, calm down. I'm a man. You might as well be like, let's just be honest, bro. You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
Yeah, man.
Way too much. How are you gonna fight D.L. Hughley and to try to come at Tyree and try to come at 50 Cent
and for what?
At Uncle Rush and God knows how many other people and try to attack toxic masculinity, which is basically attacking black manhood, which is attacking yourself. What in your mind do you feel it acceptable for you to come out and act like a big baby bitch? I hate to say it like that, but that's just the way it is. I don't think it's about the money anymore. I think he likes it.
Like the attention, or
I think he like, you know, getting molested, I guess.
Ooh.
I mean, it don't bother you, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. It don't bother you that you let another man touch you. Now, you know anybody, nigga, you can't sit next to another man on the bus unless you can't help it. Nigga, you don't want to be next to no man, especially when you got on like short sleeves and you be right next to a dude and your arm hair could touch his arm hair. You be like, hey, get off of me. Now, you know, can't no man be next to another man like that. A man cannot be in the next stall of another man unless it ain't no stalls open in the back. And even the way even there.
Should we go to the Carfax?
You gonna pull up?
Yes, I already have them. Thank you to the Shade Room. I do follow them sometimes.
The Shade Room?
That's why I first saw it. It says, D.L. Hughley says on Twitter, "You told the world God gave me muscles so I could say no." Terry Crews says, edit D.L. Hughley, whose name is real D.L. Hughley on Twitter. It says, "You told the world God gave me muscles so I could say no. Are you implying I wanted to be sexually assaulted? I'm listening, sir." And then tag the Vlad TV interview he did on YouTube. And then D.L. Hughley says, "You saw the video." Terry says, "Sir, you said I should have pushed him back or restrained him, and I did all those things, but you act like I didn't. Were you there?" And it just kind of went back and forth with the exchange. Let's see. And then Terry Crews said, so, sir, if you truly feel that is a correct way to deal with toxic behavior, should I slap the ish out of you? DL Hughley says, that's different than slapping the ish out of him. And he also says, let's see, Terry says, okay, so that was pretty much it. And a lot of the comments on the Shade Room was just stupid. This girl goes, did DL should really take a L for this? And should you all self-made, but are you all self-made judges? A lot of people said DL just needs to stop. He didn't experience it, so he should not judge or imply anything. Just sad on DL's part. And this one girl says, Team DL, why hasn't Terry threatened to slap the ish out of that scary little white man that touched him? All right, he's rich, he's white, and has connections. FOH with the double standard. And then someone else says, DL is right. Terry Crews, seriously, why you 6'6", 250 playing the victim? Terry Crews took the L for letting that little white man try and sexually harass him. Trying to explain himself in Congress was embarrassing. And one other person saying, this last one I'll read, Terry was weak as ish. He ready to put hands on another black man, but was crying like a little bitch when talking about the white man who felt him up in front of his wife. Hashtag broken bed buck. And the comments go on and on. Shade Room is a little something.
I'm sure they do.
So yeah, I commented on the one that I saw, and I was just like, wow. A lot of people said they feel sorry for Terry Crews. It'll be your own people that the victim blame you instead.
I mean, but
now this is
victim blaming. No, that's not victim blaming.
The one that pissed me off was like, he didn't fight back because Terry Crews likes working. If he'd attacked the agent, chances are lies would have been told, and as a black actor, his reputation would have been ruined. Black men and women can't do what everyone else does and survive it. It's not fair, but it's true.
Nigga, that's why I'm moving to Ghana. Wow, you niggas over here getting sexually molested.
Man, you stupid. You ain't moving no damn Ghana.
Yeah, you right about that. You absolutely right about that. Where was we at? Terry Crews. Terry Crews is not a victim. You can only be a victim, I feel, when you cannot fight back. You cannot fight back when you are overpowered, when you don't have the means to defend yourself. Yes, then you are a victim. If somebody sprinkles a roofie and puts it in your drink and stirs it up and you drink it and you pass out, then you are a victim because nigga raped you and you couldn't do nothing about it.
Thanks.
Terry Crews, 6'6", what is 6'6", 260, 6'6", 240, 50?
6'6", 250.
6'6", 250.
Wow.
Of most muscle. So all that working out, all that protein shakes and stuff that he be doing to keep the muscles in shape, all that power. All that means nothing next to a white man.
Yo.
Half his size.
Yo, them Old Spice commercials, bro. Like all of that.
Now bend over,
like
Terry.
you in there flexing and dancing with, bro.
You let
all
a white
of
man
that means
your
nothing.
Prostate, Terry. Let that white man touch your prostate. All right, Terry. We'll bend over.
Yeah, I'm about to cry, bro. Like so you let that white man touch your prostate. I keep seeing that.
Bend over, Terry. Gotta check prostate.
This is where being a writer like works at his worst advantage, because I can see that, but then I see like the conflict of the other videos, like commercials he's done. Like he flexing and stuff in videos with dumbbells, and he doing all these strongman videos and stuff. But then you got this little feeble little video, like, oh, let me just reach out and just Touch. Bro, oh my gosh, I can't. Like, come on, man. And then you on the internet crying, talking about, oh, y'all just don't understand. They victim blaming me, and we can be weak too. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with tears, but you cannot justify why you didn't whoop this man's ass. And the best thing you can say is, I didn't want to go to jail. Black men getting shot. When you know the rules are different for you because you are a public figure. At the end of the day, you are still a nigga. However, because that's how they treat you, like you still a nigga. And that when that dude touched your prostate, that's when you realize you was still a nigga. Right. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's gross. But like at the end of the day, like, you know, because you have money, that money does give you a little bit of security within the system. So like, you know, the rules are slightly different for you. If you had did something to that man, you would have never you would have went to jail, but you would have never stayed in jail. You could have paid that little money and they got out. You would have never lost no endorsements. Period. Like, you wouldn't have, like, there would have been no real consequence, I don't think, for what you would have did to that guy, whether he had connections or not, because you would have sued, you still would have sued him, and he would have still paid you under the table just like he did. So you mean to tell me that I don't understand how you took his money? This nigga touched your balls. When he touched your balls and you let him do it, when he groped you, he took your integrity. The action that you did behind not defending yourself in front of your wife, that is disgusting. Behind not defending your wife, like not defending yourself in front of your wife, you lost your integrity.
Gotta catch up.
Right, you stupid. Like, you lost to me, you lost your integrity, your self-sense of pride in that moment. Like, how do you take an under the table money or an under the table monetary gain from that? Like, that to me, that's worth more than money, kind of thing. Now, who am I to judge? I'm not judging. I'm just saying, I just don't understand how you could. And maybe it's because I'm not in that situation. But regardless of what, I've had women legit 2 months ago, someone tried to walk past me and grab my ass, some woman. And when I tell you, I was just, don't do that. Like, it was just a reflex. And I was at a place of work. I'm just saying, like, it was just a reflex. It was just and I didn't give a damn. Cameras everywhere, and I didn't give a damn. Like, somebody tried to do this, and I legit turned around and was like, hey, and popped her right in the face. I don't play that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that other dude.
No, this was a female. I don't play that. And she was just like, ha ha. No, look at me. Look at me. I don't play that. And she was like, all right, my bad. And after that, we ain't had no problems. So, like, and maybe it's different because it's not enough money. I don't know. People can say what they want. They say, oh, that broke bitch probably works somewhere. I just said, fine, whatever you want to think. I just cannot do that. I don't care who you are.
So how much enough money for you to turn your head and cough? I just want to know, like, hey Terry, how much money is this if you turn your head and cough?
10 million. 10 million.
We use that jail. Be like, okay, Terry, this might sting a little bit.
Focus on the 10 million. It's 10 million.
10 million. There ain't enough money in the world.
Not at all, man. And a lot of time it's like, he got a wife, he got kids. And all of that is true.
I think Terry's bisexual.
What? I don't know about that.
I think Terry's bisexual. I think he like that shit. That's why he ain't do nothing about it. He like it.
What?
I could be wrong. But, I mean, you like that shit, though. You like that. I'm sorry.
Fair.
You had to. You know, money in the world. Ain't enough money in the world for you to be able to get your manhood back. Like, I think it's more of a spiritual thing as a man not to get violated by another man. It makes you feel some type of way. You ain't never gonna be right again. I don't understand it. I think he might be bisexual. Maybe it was the money. Who knows what it was? But anyways, he ought to be ashamed of himself trying to fight
the comedian.
fight everybody else except for the demons who you really should be fighting.
You mad at the comedian, bro. The comedian. You mad at him. You didn't do all of this about old boy.
But this is the same man who was wearing a bra at the Expendables 2 premiere, if I'm not mistaken.
And then he said that, well, at the event, Adam Sandler, because it was at Adam Sandler's house, because Adam Sandler was throwing a party. And he said Adam Sandler, he did try, he found, when Adam Sandler found out what happened, he did try to check up on old boy, kept calling him that night, this and that, to make sure that everything was all right. Reached out to him the next day and this and that. Okay, that's fine, it's admirable, this and that. However, like, you coming after the comedian for a comment that he made. He didn't say that it was right for old boy to touch you. He just said that, you know, and he didn't even take the whole interview into consideration. D.L. Hughley said, when we were younger, all of us used to always say, like, I can't wait till I get grown. I can't wait till I get big. You know, we either get big to keep somebody off us or to keep people back. He was like, so when we were growing up, we used to be like, man, I can't wait to get older. I can't wait to get big so I could do A, B, C, and D. And he was like, so you got the muscles and you did nothing? You ain't like a regular nigga who would have beat up a white guy and who would have went to jail. Is it snowing? I'm sorry. That sucks. It's snowing outside again.
Way to get sidetracked, buddy.
But y'all get the gist.
I guess so. Moving on. You know, I don't typically dig into politics because I feel like us black people living in America need to get ourselves together before we start talking about politics. But with the presidential election 2020 coming around, I think it is very important that we discuss who not to support. And her name is Kamala Harris. We should absolutely not be supporting Kamala Harris, Democratic representative. You might as well say she's the ethnic Hillary Clinton, the way she's been acting around here lately. So, Kamala Harris has been a district attorney where she has invoked the truancy laws of kids who skip school. You know, parents are supposed to be getting incarcerated. She's definitely not for prison reform. She wears Chucks. She has a collection of Chucks. Okay, let's just say this. Let's start here. Democrats have a history, or let's just say politicians themselves. Politicians have a long history of coming down to the black community when it's voting time. When it's voting time, they got to come down to the black communities. And they're going to do some symbolic things to make black people fall in love with them on the personality side of the game instead of the policy side of the game. Bill Clinton played the saxophone on Arsenio Hall's show. Hillary had hot sauce in the purse and she was buck dancing with Roland Martin. Well, Kamala Harris, who is of Indian and Jamaican descent, she has no ties and relations to us folk of the descendant of slave persuasion. Let's put that out there. Her name, Kamala, means lotus in Hindu. She identifies as a white Indian, not Native American Indian, but Indian. Her mother was of the lighter caste, and India definitely has a caste system where the lighter folk are basically oppressed. for which her mother, being as smart as she was probably a part of the caste system where the light-skinned Indian people oppressed the dark-skinned Indian people. Her father was a light-skinned Jamaican, again, not descendant of slaves, not descendant of American slaves. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with all the details. Honestly, I'm not the guy to give you the details on the politics, but I just want you to be aware of the con game that's going on. Like all of a sudden, you've never really heard from this chick, and all of a sudden she announces her presidential candidate on MLK Day, which is not even his birthday. It's just the day the white man decided to here take this Negro and be satisfied. Okay? You would take the stand, you would be satisfied that day. Then she pulls her hair back so you can see all them edges, how thick and Negro her hair is. Oh, she has a favorite collection of shoes. She has like 30 pair of Chuck All Stars. You clearly missed the mark. Clearly. I don't know who it is, but apparently the Democratic Party does not really care about this chick because they can't even see to put a decent team around you. Okay, yeah, black people wear Chucks, white people wear Chucks, people like Chucks. But ain't no niggas lining up around the block to get no Chucks, lady. When the last time you heard about some black people standing in line for some All-Stars?
True. Yeah, it ain't not since I was a kid.
Some LeBrons, some KDs.
Yep. But I know Chucks.
Steph Curry, I don't know. I'm not into sneakers. Maybe Steph Curry.
The Jordans, yes, for sure.
Yes.
But not no All-Stars.
No. You're talking about $200 versus about $50. And if you go to Shoe Carnival, you buy one, get one, or half.
Shoe Carnival, famous footwear. That's where I got mine from.
Shoe Carnival, and I will get 2 pair of the Chuck Taylor All-Stars for right around $70.
Yep. Buy one, get one half off. If you pay that much. I paid $35 for mine.
But you can't find no Jordans in no Shoe Carnival.
No.
Maybe Team Jordan. You might find some Team Jordans, but they not the real like retro Jordans that they done came back out with. And she got a white man too. She's married to a white man. She does not identify with us. She's not for us. And then one thing that really like sort of pissed me off is like, first of all, you're sitting here dancing to some Cardi B. Like, really, lady? Cardi B? Really? You're dancing to some Cardi B? That's supposed to get Negroes on your side?
Apparently so. That's what she
Not something that might be a little bit more age appropriate for a middle-aged woman? And then she said, that was stupid, but that didn't piss me off. Then she said something was like, "Oh, A Tribe Called Quest is one of my favorite groups of all time. Ain't that right, Phife Dawg?"
Yeah.
Phife is dead.
Yeah. Yeah, that was disrespectful.
Phife Dawg is dead and has been dead for like 2 years. How disrespectful are you? And you so stupid, you don't even follow up behind the team that the Democratic Party got behind you to check and verify if what you're saying is actually violent.
Yep.
Right. Phife is dead, dirty bitch. Go to hell, Rebecca.
Sounds like a black Hillary Clinton.
Basically.
And that's what I got from it. You sound like a black Hillary Clinton. I carry Louisiana hot sauce in my purse.
She look black, but she don't identify as being a black person. Her mother didn't raise her that way. From her name on down to her heritage, if you go and look at some of her history, her mother was adamant about keeping that Indian culture alive.
Yep.
And her mother died at a young age.
But yeah, when I think of Kamala, I think of just another Hillary Clinton, a darker shade. Especially when that Converse comment came out, I was like, "Oh, this is just some Hillary Clinton stuff." Who told her to do this? You got some people advising her that advise Hillary Clinton to say to go on the Breakfast Club and say she carried hot sauce in her purse, specifically Louisiana hot sauce in her purse. Okay, great. I don't have no thoughts about it. I just think she disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to be somebody you're not, just to attract the party that you want to vote for you, or that you want to stand behind you. You don't know nothing about this culture. You don't know nothing about the music. Just listen to the music, shut up, and don't try to quote who did what. Especially that Fight Dog comment. I'm just looking like, okay.
You know damn well you don't listen to no Tribe Called Quest.
Like, come on, bro. And you know what's interesting? Like, I haven't heard anybody say anything about it. That's the interesting part.
Well, the only ones who have really been saying something about it is Tyreek, Professor Black Truth, Jason Black, Black Authority. There's been a few other people. Roland Martin was one of the people that was caping for. There's another dude named Bakari Sellers who's caping for. Like, oh, she doesn't have a policy yet. Nobody has a policy their first 2 days after saying that they're going to run for president.
Okay.
No.
There's no excuse. Now what you got to say about it? Because she clearly stupid.
Yannick says, but shouldn't we give her the black vote for absolutely nothing at all?
No.
White Mac, we should absolutely 100% give her none of our support for the year 2020.
You said no.
Yes, we give her the black votes and absolutely nothing at all. No.
Yeah, pretty much. But niggas gonna get behind her because she look black. She know it.
She does look black. Those black jeans.
Because she look black and she wear Converse, allegedly.
She wears Converse. There's a whole lot.
And she listens to Tribe Called Quest. That's about. It's amazing how we as black people, we need the minimum credentials or minimum things for us to be able to get behind you 100%.
But most of the black community is even behind this chick. But this is the person that they're trying to push out. Like, oh, this is the new Obama.
We need another one of those for what?
Yannick says, "Black girl magic, Becky, get on code."
What?
Speak to that.
What you talking about?
Yannick said, "Black girl magic, Becky, get on code."
When was I off code? Now we're about to have a conversation. When was I ever off code?
You know, yeah, he's doing that black antagonist thing that he likes.
You tried it, sir. Now I'm not gonna be one of those people to
He says support the sisterhood.
Nigga.
All right, move on out.
No, okay, so he's being sarcastic. You can keep that.
O's before bros.
Yeah, that's not going to work, especially not for this. Like, we need another Obama. We need another black man that didn't do nothing for the black community. Great.
You know what's funny though? If you go to her website, they have nothing but wonderful things to say about her.
Of course.
The second African American woman, first South Asian American senator in history. So she's African American now.
And now she black. Her mama alive.
That's
Shit now.
right. Because her father is Jamaican, one of them light skinned Jamaicans.
Now, she did just come out with a comment that says Kamala Harris stands by Medicare for all amid heavy criticism over insurance comments.
Check this out. Kamala spent her life fighting injustice. It's a passion that was first inspired by her mother, Shyamala, an Indian American immigrant activist and breast cancer researcher. Here's where it gets black again. Growing up in Oakland, Kamala controlled her eye view of the civil rights movement through the example of courageous leaders like Thurgood Marshall, Constance Baker Motley, and Charles Hamilton Houston. Kamala learned the kind of character it requires to stand up to the powerful and resolve to spend her life advocating for those who could not defend themselves. Undergraduate Howard, you got to throw that in there. You got to throw that Howard in there because you know Howard is HBCU. So she went to HBCU. She grew up in Oakland. She got to be black, right? Oh, they keep this first African American. Right.
They trying, ain't they?
They trying their hardest. Oh, she's African American. No, she is part Indian, part Jamaican. She's not nowhere near African American or black. So I say I don't care about politics per se because more about the money game. Get your money up, put those who around you, put some money in their hands, get them some stuff so that they can start earning some business income and some passive income and doing stuff like that. And then maybe, just maybe, we can worry about politics later. Hey, y'all heard about Cynthia G? No, I haven't heard about Cynthia G.
The bug-eyed green grasshopper?
Yes. She probably out here caping for Kamala Harris. That's probably her homegirl. Probably sharing makeup tips and shit. Why, Mac? What about Cynthia G? What happened? Man, bring it up. Shit, he ain't here to talk about it.
Yeah, I ain't heard nothing about Cynthia G. I'm looking on, trying to research.
She got pregnant by a black man who has 5 baby mamas.
Lying.
So does that make her baby mama number 6? Or is she baby mama number 5?
Cynthia G pregnant by Robert Perkins. Receipts.
Really? She got impregnated by a YouTube nigga? Oh, Lord.
What's up?
Let's see. Cynthia only knew Rob for 3 to 4 months before they were allegedly talking about having children. This is the same person who doesn't believe in marriage or living together. So not sure how you can make a healthy, happy pro-black family, Cynthia. You think somebody who sits on YouTube preaching about condom use for dusty beta males wouldn't be so quick to let somebody raw dog her. The contradiction has to stop, Trap Queen.
Wow.
And that's what this girl named Star Cookie said on Twitter.
When you said Robert Perkins?
Robert Perkins.
Yeah, Yannick, I know who Robert Perkins is. I've watched a few of his videos.
And I'm think this is this Sansa Ray's page. And I'm not a Sansa Ray fan, but this is Sansa Ray's page.
That's crazy, yo.
I don't know. I have no idea who Robert Perkins is.
It doesn't. He's just another YouTube nigga. See, there's a difference. I'm not a YouTube nigga. I'm a nigga that does YouTube. He's a YouTube nigga. Dusty, beta male.
You say what?
Bye. Yep, sucks for her, I guess.
But yeah, Cynthia G, she was. I think she got into it with Corey Holcomb a while ago, and Tariq Nasheed.
She always getting into it with somebody. She got into it with Jason Black. Jason Black shut her down.
I know she got into it with Jason Black.
Yeah, he shut her down. I'm talking about to the point where she just started yelling and screaming and couldn't come up with coherent answers. He hung up on her. Look. I think we've accomplished the thing that we've set out to accomplish here today.
All right.
Oh, well. Nigga, we got other shit we got to do. Let's get out of here. You can reach me on Instagram, the letter D, OVR, WIGHTLVR. You can also reach me on Moorlawn, St. Louis. And that's it for me, Rebecca. Anything?
Yes, you can reach me on Twitter, Lady Q1502, as well as Facebook, Instagram, Lady Q1502 as well. I always forget to say something about the book. Stupid man. You can also support and purchase Spiritual Betrayal 1 and 2 from Amazon.com, Barnes and Nobles, as well as Lulu.com and several hundred other different places. And you can also catch me doing Fire Starter Minutes, a little thing that I do for a friend of mine where we just do quick minutes and about things that's going on in the world. But that's all I have for me.
Very good. We'll see you guys next week. More topics.
Yeah, and snow.
I'm about to definitely did have like a -4 this morning.
It's 2 degrees outside right now, and it's snowing.
It's now 6 degrees here.
Yeah, we got 2 degrees, and it was no snow on the ground. Like it wasn't even snowing when I woke up, and when I looked out the window, that's why I stopped to say, "Is it snowing?" And it is in fact covered the streets.
I feel that. Well, enjoy your snow because it's supposed to be like 6 degrees on my birthday. Hey.
But it's gonna be like 60 some degrees outside, ain't it? No, not on your birthday. 61.
My birthday is Super Bowl Sunday, February 3rd of this year. Your boy will be turning 32. Yeah. And it's gonna be like 60 degrees, nigga. Yeah.
It must be nice.
On my birthday. It's always cold on my birthday. If it's 60 degrees, I'll be happy. I'll be straight.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 61, I believe, on your birthday. And it's going to be like 40 tomorrow and 57 on Friday. Now, it is going to rain on your birthday, but not a lot. Nothing to talk about. Must be nice. Our highest is 9 and our low is going to be 2, and it's supposed to feel like -10 degrees outside.
I feel that, nigga. I feel that.
Well,
I'll holler at you later, Becky.
This has been real. Peace.
Next week.